Hey guys, it's Riva, and you guys seem to really like the first episode of underrated heroes and how to use them. So I'm gonna continue this series. So what I like to do is play heroes versus villains and look at who isn't getting used often. And I was actually surprised to see that it's JYN who's barely being used or not even being used at all. If you know me, then you know that I pretty much always use JYN, and it's usually JYN in my background gameplay for videos, and it's just because she's a lot stronger than people think. So I'm going to give you some gameplay tactics and strategy for how to play JYN in heroes versus villains. This can also pass on to other game modes with heroes, but mainly for heroes versus villains and how you can match up against other villains. So I'll start off with the Sonic Imploder. When it came out with the Scarif DLC, a lot of people, including me, kinda didn't bother with it because it wasn't really worth unlocking. But that soon changed when I actually started using it as JYN and actually gave it a chance to see if it is good, and it is. The Sonic Imploder reduces armor and blinds the enemy and yourself, which is kind of a disadvantage to it, but there's an easy way around this. Literally all you have to do is crouch behind an object or hide behind something and the effect won't happen. And if you hide behind something, then the grenade is now out of your sight, so it's not going to affect you. So what I like to do is, after I throw the Sonic Imploder, I get behind cover so it doesn't affect me, and then I go and push the hero while they're blinded. I usually use this tactic a lot because it really helps at close range, because you know, you throw the Sonic Imploder and if you're close enough to the hero, you're also going to get blinded. So if you throw it and quickly get behind cover or crouch behind something, you know, even as small as this little pole in this clip here, you know, that will just prevent you getting blinded, and you can really do some damage while they're blinded and their armor is lowered. Here's just a clip of how JYN can defeat a hero so quickly when using the Sonic Imploder. Now, from my point of view, if you manage to get close to a hero when their armor is reduced, JYN is probably one of the fastest there is to take down a hero in the game. I mean, Chewbacca is probably first, and then I'd say it's JYN. The combination of the Sonic Imploder and the rifle is just, you can take out heroes so quickly, even a matter of seconds. This won't always be the case because you may not be able to hit every shot from the rifle, and some villains have more health than others. For example, Bossk has about 950 or 1000 I believe, and JYN can pretty much take Bossk out in a couple seconds, whereas Vader will probably take a lot more time, but you can just see how impressive it is to take down Bossk in that amount of time. Not only is the Imploder good paired with the rifle, but it also helps out your teammates. The armor reduction also affects star cards, so if you have any teammates nearby and they fire a pulse cannon, you can increase the amount of damage that they do with their pulse cannon or any other star cards they have, you know, like a scatter gun or a grenade. The damage that comes from those star cards will do a lot more to the heroes. And you can just see in this clip here on Boba Fett the amount of extra damage that the pulse cannon does because the armor's been lowered. And this pretty much just, every time you have this Sonic Imploder available to use, always throw it in the direction of a villain, because even if you may not be close to them, some of your teammates may be. So as your teammate goes to attack them, and if the Sonic Imploder is active at that time, then your teammates will do so much more damage, and you're helping your team out a lot, getting your teammates some extra score and just making it a lot easier to take down the heroes. Talking of armor, JYN's Truncheon Surge ability isn't affected by it. So if you throw the Sonic Imploder and the hero has -2 armor, then the baton will still do the same amount of damage as if there was no armor reduction. And if heroes such as Vader or Krennic get armor buffs from their trait or from Krennic's Wrath of the Empire, the baton will still deal the same damage. I believe it's about 10 HP every hit with the baton. So I think it's a good tactic to know that there will be no debuff or increase in damage of the Truncheon Surge. If you see Krennic who just used his armor, don't worry about your Truncheon doing any less damage because it will stay consistent and do 10 HP every hit. Also, if you manage to get all 9 charges of the baton, you are able to use all of them at once. So if the baton does 10 HP every hit and you have 9 charges, then that's 90 HP off of a hero in seconds. You can use the Truncheon Surge like quickly after each other as fast as you want. Sometimes Jin goes flying when you use the Truncheon Surge, but yeah, if you're in a close place, you know, a close environment, and use all 9 charges, and you can take out a hero very quickly. And knowing that it will always do 10 HP or around 10 HP, then you know you can choose when you want to push the hero. So how I like to play Jin. I don't exactly run in and push the heroes too often. I like to keep my distance and always throw the Sonic Imploder when I see villains, or my teammates near villains, to help reduce the armor, then I can fire at a safe distance.
I know that one's good.
The only time I'd push a hero is if I have a decent amount of baton charges. The most important part of picking a hero is knowing how to play them and what their abilities do. And because I have the knowledge that the baton charge will do 10 HP each hit, I usually look at the hero's health, well, the villain's health, and decide whether or not I have enough charges to confront them and take them out. For example, if I saw a hero with a quarter health left and I have about 4 or 5 charges, then I know that I will be able to take them out, because, you know, 4 or 5 charges, that's about 40 or 50 health gone from a hero. And if I have that, then I won't hesitate to confront the hero and engage them and take them out, because I know that the batons will do 10 HP no matter what, no matter if there's any armor, you know, it will always do 10 HP. So I think it's a good way to not have any, I think it's a good way to get some confidence when you go up against a villain. If I didn't feel I could confront the hero, then I could keep distance and build up my charges through kills or hero damage. To build hero damage, you literally need like a few hits of the blaster to build up charges. It's not like you need to do a lot of damage to a hero to get your charges. You can do like a few taps on your trigger and at a safe distance, and you can build up charges very easily. On the other hand, if a villain approaches you, as with all grenades, you can combat roll and drop the grenade at the same time, keeping you a moving target, and if that manages to contact the hero, it will damage them and reduce their armor, meaning the blaster will become a lot more effective alongside the batons at close range. A very well known tip that a lot of players probably utilize is not aiming down the sights of your blaster. Hip firing is a lot more beneficial, and it allows you to keep an eye out on your surroundings, because when you aim down sights, you lose your radar and you can't see if your abilities have cooled down. The accuracy doesn't really make a difference, only the fact that you can zoom in on your target. I wouldn't say the blasters in this game are exactly hard to master or play with. They're pretty much straightforward, but if you have trouble with recoil and not being able to hit a target, pop fire with the trigger instead of holding it down so that the recoil won't affect it. And as I said before, you know, just like 2 or 3 hits with just one blaster, 2 or 3 hits with the blaster is good enough to do some hero damage, and you can build up your batons very quickly just from a few taps of your blaster. JYN is a very versatile hero, and she has close combat, support play, and a powerful blaster rifle. If she's used right, probably a contender for one of the highest damage output heroes in the game. Behind Chewie, as I said before, Chewie is probably the strongest hero and the fastest hero to take down a villain. But secondly, I honestly believe it's JYN. I mean, you can talk about how Lando can use his power shot, but JYN is a lot more easier to use than charging up a power shot. If you want to learn more about JYN, I made a video a while ago with a lot more in-depth tactics that could really help you out. I just didn't want to make this video a repeat of that. I just wanted to strictly stick to the strategy and just basic gameplay tips to actually help you improve as JYN. So I hope I did help you improve as JYN. And who do you want to see in the next episode? I'm thinking along the lines of 9num or Greedo. So comment which hero you think is the worst, and I'll try to persuade you that they're not. Thanks for watching guys, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.